Hey guys, it's David here on a win today. I sitting here enjoying a Padron 1964 anniversary cigar. Really nice. I'm really sorry about this bright jacket, but I've been on a construction site most of the morning. I wanted to sit down today and do a video response to Jay's 10 questions. So without further ado, I'll jump right into that and give you all my answers. First question is top four tobaccos. My answer to that is I don't have four tobaccos. I haven't tried that many yet. I'm still working my way through them. If I had to pick something that I really enjoy right now, I would say top of the list is Peterson's University Flake. And hopefully when the bag dries out, I bought an ounce of Mississippi River. It got to me on Saturday, and it was so wet when I smoked it. It was like smoking a wet paper towel. I'm hoping it'll be dried out enough for me to try it again tomorrow. And maybe that'll be my favorite. You don't know. So right now, I don't really have four. So I don't have a good answer for that one. Sorry. The next question, what's a gallon of milk and gas cost where I live? They tend to be the same price unless you're going to like a corner store or something like that. About $3.50 around here. Corner stores sometimes will be $4.25 for the milk. And I've seen gas as much as like, $3.65 at the most, but they're usually around $3.40, $3.50, somewhere in there. So not terribly expensive, but not cheap either. Next question, favorite thing to put on toast? Honestly, my favorite thing to put on toast, or any kind of bread really, is either pork roll, egg and cheese, or bacon, egg and cheese. But if it's just toast, I would go with a raspberry preserve that I picked up about 6 months ago for the first time in Wegmans. I forget the brand name on it, but it is fantastic. I would put that stuff on my arm and gnaw away at the flesh. I really would. It's that good. So if you have a Wegmans near you, find the section where it says Ireland and go see what kind of preserves they got in there. They're all good, but the raspberry was the best. Alright, next question. Matches, lighters, Zippos, etc. What's my preferred method for lighting a pipe? For the first light, I always use a match. I usually use a Bic, and now I'm part of the Orange Bic Club. So I use the Bic to kind of relight and heat it up as I go. But for the initial light, almost always a match. I prefer it, I kind of like to take care of the tobacco. You treat it nice at the beginning, the flavor usually stays pretty nice throughout the whole bowl. So match first, Bic later. Next question. At what price does a pipe gain no more than looks? Well, the most expensive pipe I've bought so far is my Joe Case pipe, and that was $150. I would think anything a little over $200, anything over $200, unless it was being completely custom made, would probably be too expensive, and it would have to be absolutely to my spec the whole way through. It'd have to be perfect. So I would say about $200-300 at the most. If someone came and visited you, what food would you feed them that's kind of the thing in your area? New Jersey doesn't really have a thing. We have diners, and the only thing I could really think of that would be considered a thing around here is grease trucks. Everybody talks about the grease trucks in New Brunswick and all over the place, and they're, the little food man is everywhere. Stan the Food Man, Muncie's Hot Dogs, Macho Nachos, Steak and Take, all these really good places. So I would think out of everything, that would probably be the way for me to go here in New Jersey. Other than that, we really don't have a thing. Next question is, would I rather fight a blindfolded tiger or a bear that's missing an arm? I'd have to say probably neither, but if I had to pick one, I'd go with the bear that's missing an arm. Even if he's been missing it his whole life, I think with some deft maneuvering, I could probably get him to trip, stumble, fall, something. And if I'm really lucky, the blindfolded tiger will be nearby, and I can just kind of, bring them together, and maybe they can duke it out and forget about me for a little while. Let's see. What other tobacco products do I use and or have I tried? Well, As you can tell, I'm pretty much a pipe and cigar guy. I haven't tried snus. I haven't tried snuff yet. I haven't gotten around to trying it yet. I'm hoping that I do sometime soon. But I haven't found anybody that uses yet to kind of, just take a little sample, see what I think. But pipes and cigars keep me pretty much happy all the time. Cigars I use out on the road, and pipes I kind of save for when I'm sitting down and I can actually tend them, because you really can't tend a pipe that well while you're driving, especially not one of these ridiculous trucks. Next question is, what one law would you change? And again, I have no good answer for this question. To be honest with you, I really can't think of a single law that I would change. There's a lot of things that are changing now, and a lot of laws that have fallen by the wayside that are just irrelevant in modern times. So I can't think of one in particular that I would say, hey, this has got to go. But if I were president, I'll tell you one thing. I could think of a list that need some attention again, to be honest with you. But if I had to pick one, I really couldn't narrow one down. The big issue today seems to be the gun control thing. So I might take a deeper look into that. And our final question here is, did you see it coming? And I think Joe Case had mentioned it. He never says specifically what is it that we did or did not see it coming. And that kind of leaves it open to interpretation. And for me, I'd say there are a lot of things I did see coming, and a lot of things I didn't see coming. For example, recently I started work as a service manager at this plumbing company that I work for. And did I see myself becoming, management type material, building a whole department up by myself? 6 months ago, no. I saw myself running calls, just being, your average Joe Schmoke plumber. And I'm still running calls and taking care of things, but did I see myself as the head of a department? No. And that's kind of what comes to mind when I read that question. So that's pretty much my responses to these 10 questions. Plan on doing a video soon, a couple of reviews on cigars I've had, and I'll let you guys know how Mississippi River works out. I want to say, Jay, I really like your channel. I like watching your videos, and you're doing a good job keeping things together over there. I know it looks like you're going through some tough times, and I'm fairly new to the pipe community, so I'm kind of catching up. I watch everybody's videos, see what's going on with them, and I'm just saying, sending all the good mojo that I have towards you. Hope everything works out for you. I definitely know what it's like to be like in pain. I think I've mentioned in my other videos, I'm only 26, and for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, I walked with a cane and couldn't stand up straight, and my back was killing me all the time. And I found some things that have gotten me back. I'm standing up straight again. I'm almost my regular height. I'm almost 6'1" again. So I definitely want to know what it's like to deal with a chronic pain, and I finally overcame it. And it's tough, but it takes time, and the things that I did to get here were tough in the beginning, but now I rely on them to get me out of bed almost every day, and I'm almost back to 100%. So, keep your head up, man, and everything will be all right eventually. And to everybody else, sweet smokes, and I look forward to seeing some of your answers. Enjoy your Wednesday, guys. We'll see you soon.